PlayStation 4 users will soon get to push their imaginations to the limit in Dreams, a game creation system from Media Molecule, the team behind popular platformers Little Big Planet and Tearaway. Here's everything you need to know about Media Molecule's surreal vision for the future of gaming. Dreams allows players to design their own games, art, and environments with almost limitless possibilities. While game development may seem daunting, Media Molecule has put together a user-friendly interface, allowing anyone to unleash their creative power. Dreams entered PlayStation Early Access in April 2019, giving early adopters a hands-on look at the game's robust toolset, including interactive tutorials and templates. While this version did not include the story mode, players did have access to everything the community made during the Dreams Creator Beta, which ran at the start of last year. All early access and beta creations will carry over to the full game, which early access users will receive without having to pay an additional charge. Looking for the perfect Valentine's Day present? You're in luck. Dreams launches on February 14th, 2020. What could be more romantic than creating a world with your significant other? Even if you don't sell your bow on the idea of a virtual space as an acceptable date night, at least you'll have a good excuse to splurge on Dreams as a gift to yourself.
Ooh, spinny magic.
Dreams will launch on the PlayStation 4, with PlayStation VR support expected to follow at an unspecified date. Because of Dreams' in-depth mechanics and extensive options, the choice to limit the game to a single system at release makes sense. The toolbox alone would take ages to make accessible on other platforms, to say nothing of the DualShock-specific mechanics Media Molecule has built into the game. The developers have hinted at a PC launch, though it would take a while. Media Molecule co-founder Karim Etouneh hopes to create something that will last 20 years. He wants to build on the base game and even make a pro version for PC users. To accomplish this, the company will need to reach a wide audience with the PlayStation 4 launch. He is hoping Dreams finds immense success so Media Molecule can keep expanding and improving the game. Though still in early access, Dreams has received a number of rave reviews. You'd expect to see some mixed feelings about a game that requires so much player interaction, however, gamers seem to love it. Even if game creation isn't your thing, Dreams still gives you access to hundreds of projects created by other people. Jordan DeVore of Destructoid praised the title's ability to make him see everyday objects in a creative light, writing, "If you take the time to go through the lessons, you'll be amazed at what you're capable of creating." Other reviewers uncovered hidden artistic abilities through the development tools. Jeff Marchiafava of Game Informer wrote, "You still need to devote several sessions to learning the ropes from Media Molecule's video tutorials, but I can't overstate how smartly designed everything is, and it makes the creation process feel less like work and more like experimental play." Though Dreams arguably pushes you out of the nest a bit too early in its tutorials, and the extensive controls and possibilities can be overwhelming, most players have expressed positive opinions about the game. As part of its dedication to simplifying the game design process, Media Molecule has demystified music production. Even trained musicians struggle to compose new songs, but with the music creation tools in Dreams, you can compose your own game soundtracks with limited musical knowledge. For standard music composition, you need to understand chords, music theory, and scale structure. In Dreams, you just need to know what sounds good and how to push a button. While a sense of rhythm will help the process, almost anyone will be able to create unique music. The developers at Media Molecule have essentially turn the DualShock controller into a musical instrument. If you've never played an instrument before, you're in luck. If you have a basic understanding of how to use a DualShock controller, you can create a song. The developers have made music composition its own type of game, transforming any gamer into a composer. While Dreams places a number of powerful tools at your disposal, its open-ended nature can seem intimidating. If you haven't always dreamed of being a game developer but are intrigued by the possibilities Dreams offers, there are still some good options for you. Though Dreams will center on game development and art creation, Media Molecule has also stated they will release a story mode for their new title. This will come as a relief to gamers who want to take part in the creative process but aren't enthusiastic about the indeterminate nature of the game. The story mode will contain 3 intertwining narratives that let you explore different genres and form ideas for your own creations. At the same time, you'll master the tools you need to make games. Think of it as a fun way to trick your brain into learning a new skill. Media Molecule made a smart call when they allowed players to take part in an early access period. With each newly unveiled creation, the demand for the project has intensified. If you're excited about Dreams' imminent release but worry it won't be done in time, never fear. Dreams has already gone gold. The Media Molecule team joyfully announced via tweet that their new title was ready to ship ahead of the general release, sharing a photo of the finished game surrounded by its happy creators.
Don't look at me like that.
In addition to being ready for its February 14th launch date, Dreams seems to be making the rounds on review sites as a unanimously agreed upon hit. Fast Company's Mark Wilson even named it the most important new game in a decade. The option for gamers to make publicly accessible content has opened up the creative minds of people everywhere. A potential reviewers have recognized and showered with praise. Wilson summed it up like this: "What Uber did for ride-sharing and what Instagram did for the selfie, Dreams is doing for creating and consuming the ever-blurry boundaries of experimental media." Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more SVG videos about your favorite games are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.